Hello YouTube and welcome to another PCGamesN video. Ben Barrett here, joined by Mr. Keiran Fuller.
Hello.
Generally behind the generally behind the camera. We got there, but joins us on the couch this time because we're going to talk about a little about CS:GO, which you have 4,000 hours in.
3, I think.
3,000.
Yeah.
So still a bit of a noob. But it's the best we could do at short notice. Basically, what's happened is they've got a new operation.
Yeah.
This is the first one in like a year.
Yeah, I think so. The last one was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I can't even remember when it was.
It's called Hydra. It's going to run until September. It's a pretty big deal. Like, the reason it seems we've waited so long is because they were actually kind of putting a lot of stuff into it.
It's very big.
We're not going to go over everything in it. If you want to go and have a look on the website, we have an article about all of that. But what we do want to talk about a little bit to start with is the 2 versus 2.
Sure.
So this is kind of a whole new mode. They haven't done anything like this before. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm quite into it. I haven't actually got around to playing it yet because I haven't had time. But the 2v2 kind of, it will open up a new kind of concept for how to play competitive Counter-Strike. It's got its own ladder, which is great, which I think it needs, I think it's something that the community's wanted for a long time.
Yeah.
Like it's more casual than the 5v5.
But you can like take it as seriously as you like.
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure.
Okay, let's really try hard tonight. Let's try
let's try hard.
Or you can just mess about with your mate.
Absolutely, smash the ladder. And good.
And that's the kind of thing that I think adding the ladder system is something that is really good for this kind of mode. Because for example, in Overwatch, and obviously we talk about this quite a lot on our weekly show, they added these 1v1 modes and these 3v3 modes.
And it's missing.
And it's missing
edge.
A competitive thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know exactly how the matchmaking works. A lot of it isn't even done through matchmaking.
Sure.
So a lot of the games can be quite unbalanced. And in a game like Counter-Strike, where there's like an even huger skill gap between like a noob and a someone who's taking it quite seriously, I think it's very important that they added that ladder system. Now the maps this is on is like one plant versions of
it seems that way, which is quite interesting because obviously normally there's two sites, so it's a lot more linear. And from looking, I've watched a couple of videos and the maps, one plant spot right in the middle of the map. Yeah. 2 spawns equidistant from each other.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so there isn't really time for the CTs to get set up.
No, it seems more like it's just going to be like a brawl for the point. And maybe if the CTs are playing, they'll wait for the smokes that the T's put down and just play a retake on it. I think it's going to open up a lot of strategical play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the meta develops.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you can smoke somewhere from spawn, for example, the T's are going to have a huge advantage. And as well as the CTs, if they can smoke somewhere from spawn, they can get the chokes blocked off, and then set up for a push.
I'd hope to see maybe something like a streamer tournament. Maybe like I'm not expecting all the big teams to suddenly be like, let's have a 2v2 team.
I don't know. There could be. They could. There's a lot of events, like smaller events, where teams will send 1v1s, do 1v1 tournaments.
Oh right.
I think it's PGL that have done a few of them.
Right. Okay.
But obviously that can now open up to 2v2s.
Yeah.
Whereas I think they did a 2v2 actually recently, but it was obviously on regular maps.
Right, I see. So that kind of changed the whole dynamic.
Yeah, but I think it was one bomb site. It was kind of like the retake server kind of style setup where you spawn with X gun. So one person will have an M4, one person will have an AWP. You don't get a choice. And yeah.
You just go in.
You just go in.
So, but now there's this whole new system that they could kind of use that setup that they've had before and go forward and maybe use it. We'll see how the map develops. Another one is there's Weapons Expert. This is another kind of new game mode. This is more traditional 5v5,
but yeah, you can't buy the same gun twice in the whole game.
Once you've died, right?
No, it's the whole game. So if you say you bought an AWP on the first round and a pistol, you wouldn't be able to buy either of those, so you kind of have to buy a primary and not a secondary. Or
it's mega awkward if you accidentally hit that drop gun button.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine was always bound to a mouse key, so it happened about 1 in 20 games or so.
Terrible.
Yeah,
You're a terrible person.
Good. It wasn't good. Let me switch super fast.
Yeah.
This is set on normal maps though, right?
Yeah. I think it's set on the normal ones like Dust, Inferno, things like that.
Do you think this is something you could see people playing more seriously again, or do you think it'll just be?
I think it's a fun kind of throwaway kind of game, but I think it's gonna be great to play.
Yeah, I think
it
seems like one of those ones where like you'll play it a few times, you'll be like, oh, okay, that was really good.
And then
the 2v2, I can imagine, playing quite a long time and turning into a real thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas this, but it's fine for there to be modes like that.
It's a fun kind of arcade game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and speaking of that, so the last thing we want to talk about is there's this thing called War Games.
Yeah.
So this is a bunch of like simpler changes, basically. Loads of kind of quite classic modes in there because there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like 6.
You mentioned Scout Knives as one of your favourite ones.
Scout Knives
They've called it the Last Scoutsman. Have you played any of this yet?
I've played a bit of Scout Knives. Okay. Ace.
It's the best.
It's not quite the same because the maps aren't as fun, I would say, because obviously they're using they're using like the deathmatch. They're using like the arms race maps.
Yeah.
Well, only one, which is shoots, the kind of Vietnamese one.
Yeah, that seems to be the most popular one of those. Whenever I played like arms race or deathmatch or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. But obviously, it's missing a lot of the leveling which happened in the old ones. There was like bunkers and high ground, and mid ground, low ground, and I think that they need to implement those kind of maps to actually give it that kind of classic feel. I've
already seen requests that this one sticks about even past September. Yeah. It seems like it's something they've been asking for a long time, right?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of modes like the one we're about to move on to, the headshot only deathmatch.
Well, sure, yeah, let's go on to that. Yeah, so, I mean, that's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, that's what the community's been asking for since launch. Since deathmatch was included, they wanted headshot only because some people don't want to go to different servers and find servers. They just want to go through the client straight away and go headshot only.
It's about the ease of getting into it, right?
Exactly.
I mean, if you only have an hour to play a night, you don't want to spend 20 minutes looking for a server or trying to find one with people, trying to find one with fun people, people that you can compete against.
So there's like a number of headshot only servers or free for all deathmatch servers that are 128 tick, which is obviously the bonus of going through the server browser, but then they're always full.
Yeah.
And you can't find the ideal one easily.
Waiting to get in is not something that we're used to anymore. Yeah,
exactly. You want to go straight in. You want to play people straight away, and I think Valve have done that well.
Yeah, they've let you do that.
Yeah, and I mean it's a good mode. It's a good mode. It's good. However, it needs. Obviously, I think it needs a bit more variation on maps.
Again, is that only on shoots as well?
No, it's only on the operation maps, I think, at the moment. Okay. I'd like to see it move to kind of the more competitive
hopefully if they keep it past September, they'll move it on to Dust 2.
Yeah, I think at the moment, I think it's only on agency.
Okay. Fair enough. So that is the operation. That's the stuff that we have enjoyed playing so far. And are looking forward to playing more of all the way to September, which is, I mean, that's a good few months that it'll be running for.
It's a very long one.
By the time it finishes, maybe people will be a little bit sick of it, or maybe they will have discovered stuff that they want to see changed. I think a bunch of this stuff is going to kind of rotate in and out through that time. It's not all going to be available all the time.
Yeah.
Particularly the war games, I think, are going to change over time.
They change every week?
Yeah, that's correct. The last thing is, so you can buy, it's like for $6, you can like buy entry into the operation.
Yeah.
Is this worth it? It seems like you can play most of this stuff without having to do that.
Yeah, you can play it without, but I think you buy it for the coin, which obviously is a cosmetic kind of
so if you like that
badge
stuff.
You can have on your profile, or you have it next to your name in the game. You also get a bit of an XP boost when you're playing,
which helps you get more boxes.
Which means more chance at boxes and leveling up through the coin process. You get more chance at drops, which can have which means you can get drops like potentially a Dragon Lore. Which obviously you can't normally get.
That's worth $6.
That's what, obviously if you get the Dragon Lore, it's worth more than $6.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would say that I think there's also a kind of an element of, do you want to support Valve and say, thanks for making this operation, please keep doing these?
I mean, yeah. Also, it supports map makers. So,
okay, are they getting a
that's great. I mean, like that's why I personally buy each time, because I like to support, the people that make the content.
Yeah. So if you're looking into that, then do grab it over on the. I assume you can just grab it like through the client.
Yeah. You just pick it up
or
through
head
the client.
over to Steam and you'll be able to find it on there as well. Thanks very much for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, do hit like, do subscribe for more, and we'll have more videos through the week. Thank you very much for watching.
Cheers.